Gigo chalete, yawa gigo romrete. Gigo chalete, yawa gigo romrete. Tinda pa e piningima, apa e piningima, ni temba wote piningima, a wote piningima to pokane. Gigo makama, igigo chalete, igigo romrete, temba gigo chalete, gigo romrete, yawa gigo chalete. Mombasa chope demba, Mombasa chope. Pwana chope demba, ni pwana die. Ni bonda chope nyaro chenga ni mbita die. Karambita die nyaro chenga ni rusinga chope. Toyawa chaldete, nigigo chaldete. Togigo romnete, nigigo chaldete. Demba gigo chalete, nigigo romnete. Nyochenga gigo chalete, nigigo romnete. Tinda pa e piningima, apa e piningima, nyochenga wuothe piningima, a wuothe piningima, ni temba pa e piningima, kokane no magama, yawa gigo chalete, igigo romlete, igigo chalete, togigo romlete, gigo chalete, igigo romlete. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Karibuni sana sana sana. This is another show of Unscripted. Another episode. This is episode 5 and we are coming here live. Tunasema yani venye unataka ndio venye tunakupea. We don't script anything. We just say it as it is. So I'm your host Demba and on this show I know that we are going to flow just as we always flow like the river. You know, the river flows. It doesn't go up. It cannot go backwards. It has to just go. So whatever is said is said. Whatever is healed is healed. And whatever is gone is gone. Whatever is forgiven. And whatever is forgotten can be forgotten. We forget and we go. So on this day, I just want to bring you this show and tell you one thing, guys. I've been thinking and I was watching this movie that gave me a lot of insight. And there was this woman who was telling a certain girl about cancer. And the way she said it really mesmerized me. And I was like, I want to really share this with you guys. Hey, how many times do you have difficult situations that you think you cannot go through? How many times do you go through things you're like, this one is impossible? And then at the end of the day, you start using negative words towards that thing. And it builds up instead of going the direction that you want it to go. I think our words have a lot to do with how our lives go. So I never used to know the importance of being positive, the importance of always speaking positively and just saying positive things about even negative situations. So on this day, guys, I just want to bring you this episode so that we may just talk about this. What is cancer? Cancer is one thing that has taken a lot from people. A lot of loved ones. I know of people and friends who have lost their really beloved due to cancer. I have friends who have lost their beloveds because of terminal illnesses, things that could not be cured with the mindset of negativity. So today I just want us to come in and just let us just operate on this thing and get to know how can we just try and help the new generation and even those who are hurting in this so that they can get strength from even whatever they are going through. I believe in one thing, guys. Today I might sound so much like a preacher, but I know that this is getting into somebody. When you speak negative situation into something, it can never go the good way. Because that cancer that started will always feed on the negativity that you tell it. And sometimes we don't even tell it, we do it. by not forgiving people, by always just bringing in new unforgiveness into our lives. And I believe that cancer starts at a very small point, which is offense. When you get offended by somebody, even in the day, you always just feel like clicking. And maybe it's the guy who you met, it's the matatu guy, like Makanga guy. He took your money sometimes, and maybe you got into a fight a little bit, and that thing really just pissed you off in a way that you carry it even to the office, and you're like, you're reaching your place of work, and you're like, this guy has really messed my day like this. And your day just gets messed up by the fact that you just said your day had been messed up. So when somebody offends you, you should always be in a position wise enough to know that this is just an offense and you can brush it off. It's like one person throwing a toothpick to you as a dart, and it sticks into you, and the moment that you don't remove it and get it away by not caring what maybe the opinions and everything that people think, uh, this thing gets into you, and if you don't get it out, it becomes a thorn in your flesh, and then you get hurt by it. And after you get hurt by it, the next day you might have even forgotten about what happened, but the hurt will still be there, in a way that if you didn't deal with it, you might be carrying it not knowingly. So when you get hurt, and maybe this person maybe is somebody who keeps hurting you every day. Sometimes it might be just the Makanga guy, sometimes it might be your wife at home. So she keeps pushing you to the corner where you have to shout. I've been in those situations, and I've been a victim, and I've victimized somebody. I can say that, and I'm always very sorry, because there are times we women, when we want something, we push the men to the wall, and then we want them to say that thing we want them to say, but maybe that is not even what they wanted to say. So they end up saying some things that they never wanted to say, or they never meant they could say. So that is in marriage. And sometimes the thorn in your flesh is your child, maybe bringing in home less marks than the money you're chipping in, and it's stressing you, and people are talking around, and oh, mtoto ana nini danda. But at the end of the day, these are very little things that people don't want to talk about, or people don't deal with, but we take them with us, and it hurts you in a way. And sometimes when your spouse, or the person you're living with, or the makanga that keeps carrying you, and you keep fighting every day, or even just the toilet guy that keeps telling you that tissue is over, and you're like, every day tissue meisha. There's little things that people go through, and at the end of the day, when these things keep hurting you, you grow hate. When you grow hate, this is even happening in our families right now, because we have broken families, very many broken families, that cannot be fixed together just because people didn't agree, and that ilistop hapo, yani kama ni hivyo kila mtu aende zake. And we have so many families that are operating on that, and when these things grow, they become hatred. And when hatred grows in you, it fuels that reaction of bitterness. You start acting bitter, you start saying bitter things, you start saying negative things, and you're always negative. You're like, mimi mtu ananiroga, someone is doing this to me, someone has done this to me, and you always like, someone is after you. And this thing, it's something that, if not treated in some parts of our world, it's actually a mental condition. Here in Kenya, this is the place where we don't really take these things seriously. But these things, people suffer from them, and we still go to work every day. But one day you're like, someone is dead, and you don't know why someone is dead early. And actually, it's just because somebody was not there to help them understand. So one thing I can say about life is that no matter whatever it is that people go through, if we are just able to come and speak something positive about it, that is why when someone has cancer, there's always a lot of love around them, because love heals. However much people disregard love, love is the greatest thing of all. Love is the healer of everything. The moment we start planting little tokens of love, even in our families, this thing is going to grow into something big that is going to help our generation to become a better generation. Or rather, even if we are already infected by that cancer right now and we don't know how to get it out, we can start by loving ourselves, forgiving ourselves, trusting ourselves, having integrity with even ourselves and our neighbors and people, trying to be good to others in ways that will make you feel peaceful, because they say when the right hand gives, the left hand should not know. I believe that the right hand is the one that receives, and the left hand is supposed to be giving out, because it has to flow. It must flow. So when we start giving love from the source, and then we have it in ourselves, and when we can spread it into other people, then the river will really flow in a way that in our generation, in the next generation, we can be able to say that we left something for our children, that we left something for our generation, that we left something for the world to marvel about. There are stories, fairy tales. I've read books a little, and I've had stories, I've seen movies. Some are real, some are not real. Some you can connect to, some you can't. But at the end of the day, what matters is, are you able to live life? Because life is not a battle. Life can never be a battle. We shouldn't just go into life like we are going to fight this with every strength. We are going to do this. We are going to win. No, we are not fighting. Sometimes we just need to step out of the battlefield and just try to live your life. Because life is a gift. Every day alive in this world is a gift. It is the greatest gift. If today we can meet and have coffee, if today we can see each other on Facebook like this, it is a gift, because tomorrow when I'm gone, you won't be able to see me like this. Yet, now that I'm alive, it is a blessing that we can see each other. Guys, thank you for watching. This is your favorite show of every day. It's called Unscripted, where we say it as it is. Guys, as you're out there, remember to love, 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 love each other. I'm an ambassador of love, and I'm saying, yani popote unaenda, hey, 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 hey. It is love, 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 love. Chuki tunaacha. Tunaanza kupendana. Love your neighbor. Lakini msiende sana kama ile ya Kisumu, kwa sababu right now I think we also need to just take care of our marriages. If you feel that you want to be in a marriage, be there. If you want to get out, guys, and go and mingle and find your soulmates or what. Because it's like we're having mismatched marriages. That is why people are getting out of their matrimonial beds into the guest houses or the brothels. But one thing I can say is that God is with us, and no man shall be against us. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you, guys. I love you all. May God bless you. Mwah.